To start this review, we're going to take a look at all these different quadratics to solve. So this first one has a square, so we can solve by taking the square roots. So we have x plus 2 equals 4, and then x plus 2 equals negative 4. So subtract 2 off of each side. So we have x equals 2 and x equals negative 6. The next one to solve, we can't use square roots, so we could complete the square. We could try factoring. I see that this one is even here, so I'm going to solve by completing this square. I'm going to subtract 64. And again, you could try factoring this as well. So let's see here. So if we were to complete the square, we'd have x squared, negative 8x, negative 8x equals negative 64. So our outside dimensions, we have x minus 8, x minus 8, so we have to add 64 to each side. So now we have x minus 8 squared equals 0. Square root each side, so we just have x minus 8 equals 0, so x equals 8. Again, you could have done the factoring, the box and circle, where you had x squared, negative 16x, and 64. So what multiplies to 64? Well, that's negative 8 and negative 8. So you have x minus 8 minus 8. So it factored into x minus 8 squared equals 0, and you would solve that one. So this next one, I don't like that divide by 3 for completing the square, so I'm going to try factoring it. So we have 3x squared, 4x, and negative 7. A times c, negative 21. So 21 and 1, 2, 3, and 7. Well, that'll give us our 4, so that's got to be negative 3. Negative 3x and 7x. So 3 goes into this first row, so 3x and x minus 1, let's see, plus 7, and negative 1 times 7 is negative 7. So it factors into 3x plus 7 and x minus 1 equals 0. We'll set each one equal to 0 and solve. So this one's easy, x equals 1. Let's see, subtract the 7 and divide by 3. Alright, so this next one here, let's see. I might try factoring this one again. Again, you could use the quadratic formula. You could do whatever you would like. X squared, negative 7x, and 12. So what multiplies to 12 but adds to negative 7? So negative 4 and negative 3. So now we have x and x minus 4 minus 3. So it factors into x minus 4. X minus 3 equals 0. So let's see, we end up with x equals 4 and x equals 3 are our answers. Alright, I'll try factoring on this next one. X squared, 2x, negative 12. So multiplies to negative 12. 12, 1, 6, 2. Well, that's not going to work because there aren't any of them. So we could try the quadratic formula. X equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. So let's see, negative 2 plus or minus the square root. Let's see, well, this is 4, let's see, plus 48, so 52 divided by 2. And since we can't take the square root of 52, that would be our answer there. Now this next one, I might try the quadratic formula again. X equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. So what do we have in here? This is 49 minus, let's see, 1236. So that's 13. So we have 7 plus or minus the square root of 13 over 6.